moments when you need them, and certainly that was the difference maker tonight. I thought Lyon was outstanding. I thought he got the first start for a reason.
Were the bounces on the ice any?
I didn't think so. I mean, I thought as the periods moved along, there was some, the puck wasn't moving quite as quickly as it normally would, and we've seen that in practices the last couple of days. And I thought one of their goals was a little bit of a fluke, when it went up and over, but I don't think that was because of the ice conditions. I think it just went off of either Siegenthaler or maybe Hobbsy's stick. But there were some ricochets off the boards for a couple moments where you're like, not quite sure where the puck was, but overall, I thought the ice conditions were excellent, so I thought they did a good job with that.
Since the beginning of the year, you guys had that good stretchy start, but now it's kind of a 2-week period here where you've struggled. I think there's some frustrations that you saw on the ice tonight. What do you have to do here?
Well, I think there's some frustration because first of all, going into tonight, we had points in 7 of 9, so I guess you can spin it whatever way we'd like in terms of, there hasn't been a 2-point win in the last 2 weeks, and we've only played a few games, but we looked at it as we had 7 points in 7 of 9, and we're 4-2-3 going in, and obviously those overtimes and those shootouts, I mean, those points, you need those points, and we just didn't get them, and whether it was in the shootout or not getting the goal in overtime, I mean, those things happen, I guess, for this team anyway, in terms of lack of finish, and for me it comes down to that. Tonight we're just obviously disappointed that we weren't able to put the win together, and now we just got to move on to Wednesday.
Troy mentioned about how cool it was for the guys to get to play in it, but you had a hard decision to make, to tell guys, hey, you're not going to play in it tonight. What do you go through as a coach in that time period?
Well, I think I think this morning to Greg, one of the hardest decisions to make as a coach is just telling a guy he's not playing on a regular night. So something like tonight, obviously the Williams was a league decision, so that would have been a tough one as well, because most likely Hubie Labrie would have missed it for Willie. So that was easy. The other two, it's not easy. Especially Peluso is a seasoned vet. He's been around, but we have a vet problem, so it's much like they did. When they sat a Matt Reed who's plays in the NHL and making a few $1 million. So we had, but I felt that Garrett Mitchell's been part of the organization for 7-8 years, and I've been with him since 09-10. He's the captain, so there was a no doubter that he was going in tonight, and for me that was the right decision there.
Different atmosphere for players. Is it a different atmosphere for a coach there? Just different sounds and just perspective.
Yeah, everything seems a little bit behind. Even from the crowd roar, it just everything feels like a second behind, or even the cheer and the goal. But overall, when I compare these two experiences here in Hershey compared to the one in Philadelphia, it's much more quaint, much more closer than the experience in Philadelphia. But overall, I thought it was a perfect night for outdoor hockey, and the guys enjoyed it. Just unfortunately, we weren't able to get the 2 points, which was the biggest key for us.
Wednesday, again, a divisional game. What do you guys have to do?
Well, we're going to have to find a way to not chase the game, which is what happened here tonight. And, we just got to keep preaching certain things. I mean, the one thing we do like, in fact, from an offensive perspective, we are getting more pucks to the net. We've kind of changed our offensive philosophy here a little bit. Not, we just don't want to go crazy in terms of throwing pucks on net for nothing. But in saying that, we've been able to generate a lot of opportunities and a lot of shots here in the last couple of weeks, just trying to get that second and third and fourth goal. Now we just got to find a way to get that, and at the same time, those nights when you do get it, keep it down as well, as we seen the other night where we were able to get 4 in Springfield and still losing a shootout.
Coach, with the atmosphere, I mean, going through a rough patch, do you think maybe that would give a spark to the guys to come out, not to give an extra effort, but just kind of jump in and get it going?
For tonight's game, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that the jump was there, and I thought that guys were really motivated to play the game, and I don't think there was a lack of motivation on anybody's part tonight. I mean, I think that the guys came to play, and they certainly got a couple breaks early. I thought we made some pushes, weren't able to get that, that goal in the first period, which would have been nice, but they certainly tilted the rink early in the second, and I thought us killing a couple of those penalties, and then I shifted the lines a little bit. I thought Walker gave Boyd and Borky a little bit of jump, and I thought they were going and were able to get it to 2-1. And certainly the backbreaker of this game was 6 seconds left. You've got to get to that second intermission at 2-1, and then hopefully the third's a little bit different, but then you're chasing 2. So for me, that was the biggest turning point of the game, was not able to come out of that period. And that's just lack of execution. You've got to make that play down there. You can't turn that puck over and give it to Chris Connor for a breakaway with 6 seconds left in the game, or in the period, and that was certainly for me the biggest turning point of the game. Good. Okay, thank you.